Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Panthers going up against the Packers. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today it's the opener of the 2017 NFL season between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
They go back to Stewart on first. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, second down. Kelvin Benjamin has to be a feature of this offense that's on your screen now.
Definitely a #1 receiver, a huge target with some speed. It's almost like go-go gadget when he goes up to get the football. No matter how you defend him, he can go just a little bit higher.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player is just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Newton takes it himself. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. After the run, Newton going to throw. He hits Stewart in the flat. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run for the first time with Lacy. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Eddie Lacy displaying that power. A little bit was made of his weight. At what weight is he ideal out there? What do you think, Charles?
I think he could definitely stand to lose some pounds. But more than anything, redistribute them. You know, instead of the rounder Eddie Lacy that we're used to seeing, a much more solid, stronger, cut-up Eddie Lacy, as the guys like to say. That guy, he'll be a big-time back.
He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
Fresh set of downs here. Following the penalty now, Lacy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
When I watch Khalil Mack play, I just see fury, passion, and incredible athleticism. This guy can flat out play.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They run it again with Lacy. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Wide open receiver complete. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
On first down, it's Newton. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll be first down, Panthers. And really just a heck of a catch. That's a really good receiver making a nice play.
And against a really good defensive back. Right there together, and over the top, the receiver wins the battle.
And now a first down following that long gain. Newton on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Nice catch by the tight end, Richard Rodgers, and, you know, it came from the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Some things just write themselves, don't they?
That's exactly right. Both spelled R-O-D-G-E-R-S, for those wondering.
There you go.
And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Eddie Lacy's build is one for goal line running. I know he's got a little more wiggling shape than you expect, but this is what you count on, isn't it? Hand him the ball here and let him run over some people.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Stewart is the lone setback. On 2nd down, here's Newton. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Mike Cyphers now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking on the midfield logo. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a 1st down carry. It's Lacey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Lacey. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Open man, the tight end Rodgers. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And he's brought down after a good gain. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Panthers are going to get a first down. Now Newton on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
To throw on second down is Newton. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Penalty marker is down here. And Gano's kick is right through. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out here in the eye. Following the penalty, here's Stewart. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
This drive is turning to an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
In motion left, that's Cooper. Newton gives off to Stewart. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Now they pitch it. It's Stewart. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I have to admit, this statistic surprised me when I saw it. Carolina in 2015, a 15-1 team in the regular season, mind you, gave up 4 block kicks.
Tied for the most in the league with the Browns.
That almost feels like a team that was so much in control that they just had some letdowns or some breakdowns.
They come out here in the eye. They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Rodgers to throw on second down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. On second down, Lacey. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And there's a flag on the play. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They come out here in the eye. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Pass incomplete. So second and 10 here. Now Rodgers will hand to Lacey. And a cut to the Eddie Lacey. See you later. Touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacey, 68 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, we'll see the pistol here. The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Here's Newton now on second down. His throw incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And they're going to face a third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 58 yards. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Newton on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to take another shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24. Yard line, and Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They come out here in the eye.
Reset. Check.
Rodgers with a give. It's Lacy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Here's Mike Cyphers now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Here's Rodgers. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll hand it off. Lacy. Oh, spinning away. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a handoff. Here's Lacy. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Eddie Lacy, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And his kick is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
In motion right is Benjamin. Now Stewart on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart. And they're going to have a 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Halfback sent in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it'll be 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Taken in at the 11. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Another run for Stewart. He's been busy. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
This is Stewart again. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Packers pick it up. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. In not great starting field position here for the offense.
319.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Mea culpa time for me. When Eddie Lacy came out of college, I thought he'd be a good player, but I didn't know he'd have this kind of an impact on the game. As he goes, so goes his offense, and they're winning the game as a result.
I was going to say, they're both going pretty well right now, thanks to Mr. Lacey. They go play action here on first down, and it pops free. The collision. Jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They come out here in the eye. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Lacey. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
When DeForest Buckner was at Oregon, for much of his career, the opposite defensive end from him was Eric Armstead. And everyone wondered about these 6'7" guys. Could they get the leverage? Could they get low enough to make plays in the run game? I think the question just got answered with that one. DeForest Buckner knows how to bend and shed blockers and get upfield.
Open man, the tight end Rodgers. The play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. Get the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
Now a 20th carry of the game for Lacey. Shreds the tackle and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that leads to a Green Bay first. They stay on the ground on first down with Lacey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They'll run. This is Lacey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. They'll run here. This is James Starks. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run. This is Lacey. So he got 3 of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They come out here in the eye. Lacey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 3. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Richard Rodgers from 17 yards out. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series. And
that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary.
LeGarrette Blount. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. In the red zone this time. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Newton throwing again. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ed Dixon, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Set to return, this is Jeff Janis. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Again to Lacey running right. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And quickly, they get to the line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. They come out here in the eye. Throwing now is Rodgers. And there's a flag on the field. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And after a nice gain, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This is Starks. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Crosby puts it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, you gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Now Newton on 1st down. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now Blunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Back to throw, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly picked off there. And it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now a carry for Blunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
They'll run again with Blunt. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Another pistol look here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Screen pass to Blunt. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 7. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he's got Moncrief. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Here's Blunt. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point. In this situation, this little time left takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? Penalty marker is down here. And he puts it through. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
He'll look to throw. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On the ground, this is Lacy. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9.
Hey. 58.
He's back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Panthers are going to get it back field position. They'll run it here with Blunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
All right, week one in the books. It's just week one, Charles, but to start off the season this way, great confidence builder.
Fantastic confidence builder, and every team we ever talk to always talks about winning on opening weekend, being 1-0, and setting the pace. The team that we saw win today did exactly that.
So for the Panthers, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the one-point victory here in the opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously team themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gott, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.